This is the first range of motion exercise for rehabbing for shin splints. So we're going to stretch your gastroc and your soleus.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is just lean up against the wall like this, straight leg in the back, and hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
And that's 1 second.
Gotcha.
And then for soleus, I want you to do the same thing, back leg out, but bend the knee, and then put pressure down on the calf.
Okay.
So you stretch it out. So hold the gastroc, keep the leg straight for 10 seconds. Okay, you can reset and do the soleus. Good. Okay, great. Alright, so this is the progression for the gastrocnemius and soleus stretches on the wall. What we're going to have her do is hop up on one of these slant boards. And what you're going to do is you're going to do 10 high knees while stretching that one. And then you're going to go abduction, open the gate. And then adduction, closing the gate, bringing it in across your body. And she'll do 10 reps of those, and that's the progression for the gastroc and soleus wall stretch. So this is the second exercise for range of motion. This is talocrural joint mobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you put weight on this one, like you're doing a lunge. And I'm going to grasp around the talocrural joint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide force there.
Okay.
1, 2, and I'm going to do that 10 times. Okay, that's 1 set. Alright, so this is the progression for the talocrural joint mobs. So what we're going to do is have her in lunge position. I'm going to go around, there we go, and raise up that. Going around her talus here. And now have you go forward in a lunge. We're going to pull back in rhythm. No resistance there.
Mm-hmm.
Do a set of 10 of that, and that's the progression for talocrural joint mobs. So James, this is ABCs. This is the third exercise for range of motion. What you're gonna do is leg on the edge of the table here. Relax everything except you're gonna be flexing your ankle. So I want you to draw the first 10 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, and so forth. So
Okay.
you can go ahead. Alright, so this is the progression for the ABCs for the ankle. So what I'm going to have her do is, this is a BAPS board, I'm going to have you just go with your ankle, move this around the edge of the BAPS board, like so. I'll have her do that 10 times, and then I'll have you switch directions and do that 10 times as well. And then a progression to this would have her stand up and hold onto the table and add body weight to that. Alright, so this is 4-way ankle. This is the fourth and final range of motion exercise for rehabbing shin splints. What we're going to do is I'm going to put the band around his foot like this. I'm going to stabilize here, and I'll have you raise your toes to your nose 10 times. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll turn the band this way and have you push your foot out this way 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now in, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'll have you hold this one. And I want you to keep it tight.
Okay.
Keep it to about your knee. And now step on the gas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so this is the progression for the 4-way ankle with bands. So as she completes 10 reps of each direction, what we would do is we can increase the reps, or we can change the color of the band depending on progression of the patient. So we go this way also. and then we can move on to a darker color band or increase the reps.
Okay, this is going to be the first exercise for the core stability section of rehab for shin splints. So what Courtney's going to do, she's going to do bird dogs. So how you do that is that you're going to raise this arm with this opposite leg like this, and then you're going to bring your elbow to your knee. You're going to come back out, and you can do 5 on each side.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the progression for bird dog. So we're going to still be doing that same movement where it's opposite arm and opposite leg, but this time we've added weights just to make it a little bit harder as they progress through that. And so Chris, if you can go ahead and start that. And then you can continue to add weights or increase in weight as they continue to get good at that.
Okay, this is going to be the second exercise for core stability. So what Courtney's going to do is she's essentially just going to do a sit-up. So what I want you to do is I just want you to make sure that your feet are always on the ground and that your elbows do touch your knees every time you come up.
Okay. How many of these am I doing?
You're going to be doing 10.
Okay. For our progression for abdominal crunches, what we're going to have Chris do is he's going to begin at the top and hold that crunch position. So Chris, will you go ahead and do that? And then what we're going to do is just push him back, and he has to try to stay in that position and stabilize his core. And then we can do a set of 10.
Okay, this is going to be the third exercise for core stability. This is going to be pelvic bridges. So what you're going to do is you're going to be laying on the ground like this. Feet are going to be like you're going to do a sit up, and your hands are going to be like this. You're going to come down and or up and then back down. That's 1. You're going to do 10 of those, Courtney.
Okay. So a progression for the glute bridge is that we're going to have him put his feet on the exercise ball and then go up into the glute bridge. So Chris, if you'll do that. And then we can also just have him, as he comes to the top, hold that for about 3 seconds and then go back down. Another progression we could do is as he comes up into the glute bridge to do a hamstring curl and pull the ball in towards him and back out. And that's 1. And we can do those in sets of 10.
Okay, this is going to be the fourth and final exercise for core stability. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Chris lay on his stomach with his hips pretty much right at the edge of the table. Courtney's going to hold his feet down, and what he's going to do is he's essentially just going to kind of come up to be parallel with the table. So he's doing a trunk extension. He's going to do 10 of those.
So a progression for the trunk extension is that we're going to have Chris add weight to this just to make it a little bit heavier and a little bit harder as he's coming up. So I will still hold his feet for him. And we'll still do sets of 10 for this. And as he gets better at this, we can progress to heavier plates from like a weight room.
Okay, this is going to be the first rehab exercise for regaining strength and endurance while doing rehab for shin splints. So we're going to do, I don't know what they're called, short foot. So what you're going to do is you're going to essentially kind of bring your arch off of the ground without actually curling your toes. So you're going to kind of be doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
And you're going to do 10 of those.
Okay, so this is the progression for short foot exercises. So after she is mastered doing 10 reps of making an arch with her foot, we can have her leave her great toe on the ground and raise toes 2 through 5 for 10 reps. And then after she's done that, we can progress her to raising just her great toe and leaving 2 through 5 on the ground. She's actually really good at that. And then after that, we can raise all 5 toes off the ground for 10 reps and spread them.
Okay, this is going to be the second exercise for regaining strength and endurance. So what you're going to do is you're going to do heel walks and toe walks. So we can start out with toe walks. You're going to have walking down, do 10 steps of that, and then heel walks, you're going to be walking on your heels.
Okay. Okay, so this would be the progression for heel toe walks. So after she's mastered doing heel toe walks by herself, we would add a resistance band and have her walk the same distance. And then turn around on your toes. And that would be the progression for heel toe walks.
The third exercise for regaining strength and endurance. So what you're going to do is you're going to just stand facing this ball and you're going to do 10 calf raises.
Alright, so this is the progression for calf raises. So after she's mastered just doing straight calf raises like this, we could have her, she's going to do going up on both feet and coming back down on one foot to add that eccentric contraction. And after she's done that, we can have her just do single leg calf raises. And that's the progression for calf raises.
Okay, this is going to be the fourth and final exercise for regaining strength and endurance. So what he's going to do is he's just going to stand, and he's going to do like that. He's going to do 10 of those.
Alright, so this is the progression for hamstring curls. So after she's mastered just doing standing hamstring curls with weight, we can increase that weight, or we can have her go up to 90, stop and hold, and then go further, and then back down. Or we can have her go up and hold for 3 seconds, come back down, and then after she's progressed through that, we can go to 7 seconds, and then to 12 seconds after she's progressed through all that. So that'd be progression for hamstring curls.
This is going to be the first exercise in our neuromuscular control, posture, and balance section. So we're going to do 180 jumps, and so we're going to have the patient just standing here in an athletic position, and what they're going to do is then they're just going to jump and try to get their feet without looking. They're going to try to get their feet right back onto this line in that same position that they started in. So James, I want you to do one set of that, and you're going to have 10 jumps.
Okay.
Before you continue to go, just so like that last one, your
Yeah.
foot, not both your feet were on the line. So what I want you to do is reset and
Oh,
then jump
okay,
again.
gotcha.
So make sure you have time to like, okay, I've jumped, now I'm gonna stop and reset and then start again.
Gotcha, so it's not repetitive.
Yeah, so we're gonna start that over. So there's
Okay.
1, now reset. 2, 3, 4, there you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So progression for our 180 line jumps is that we're gonna have Chris do it with his eyes closed, just so he can focus more on his position, like in space, and like focus more on how he's landing. So, and then
That's
open
great.
and reset. Alright, so then we'll do 10 of those, and then from there we can progress to single leg 180 jumps with your eyes open. Okay, so for our second exercise, we're going to do lateral single leg jumps back and forth across the line. So you're going to be again in that athletic position, jumping back and forth as fast as you can. You're going to do one set of 10 hops. So
Okay.
jumping across the line equals 1 hop. If you get unstable or anything, just be sure you calm down, reset, and then we'll keep going, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So for lateral line jumps, how we can progress it is to have something that Chris has to jump over. And so we're gonna have him jump over this pillow. So if you'll do that. And then progressing it from just doing one set of 10, we could do it on like a time basis. So Chris doing it as many times as he possibly can in 30 seconds or increasing of time. Okay, so for the third exercise, what I'm gonna have you do is broad jumps. So again, we're getting in that athletic position, and I want you to really like bring your arms into this as well. And so what you're gonna do, you're just gonna jump for distance.
Okay.
Don't do what I just did and have a hard landing, have like a nice soft landing as you land. If you're unstable, I want you to reset before you do the next one. You're gonna do 10 of those jumps. Whenever you run out of room, just turn around and jump back.
Okay.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, alright, turn around. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10. Okay, so for the broad jump progression, what we're gonna have Chris do is instead of doing double leg, we're gonna do a single leg broad jump. So Chris, if you'll do one of those. And then from there, we can progress doing a broad jump, single leg onto the Bosu ball. So for our fourth exercise, we're gonna do bounding lateral jumps. So James, what I'm gonna have you do, again, start off in that athletic position. Again, you're still gonna be using your arms for this. And I want you to just off to the side. As far as you can go, make sure it's a nice soft landing and that you're maintaining that control as you're going back and forth. Don't just be hopping around unstable. We wanna make sure that you are like stable in that landing.
Okay.
And you're gonna do 10 of those.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lighter landing, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so So this is our progression for lateral bounding. So what we're gonna have Chris do is he's gonna hop onto the BOSU ball with 1 foot, and as soon as he hits, he's gonna hop right back onto that same position. And then we can do 1 set of 10 with that, and then just move it to the other side and do the other side the same exercise. For our first exercise for sport specific, our athlete is going to be a soccer player that's coming back from shin splints. So for the first one, we're just going to do some stationary controlled volleying. So I'm going to do 10 tosses to you, Chris, and you're just going to volley them right back to me.
Cool, let's get started.
For the controlled volleying, we're going to have Chris do lateral movements. He's going to take 3 shuffles to his left. I'll toss the ball. He'll volley it back to me. 3 shuffles to his right, and then we'll do that 10 times each way. For our second exercise, so we're going to have our athlete, they're going to do some straight line dribbling, just at a light jog. So what they're going to do is they're going to dribble the ball from this blue line over to the goal line, and back and forth is what they'll do. Touching a line is 1, so you're going to do 10 reps. So that'll be 1, and then coming back is 2, and then you'll do 10 of those. So for the progression for straight line dribbling, what I'm going to have Chris do, as he dribbles at me, I'm going to point to directions, and then he will make cuts as he's also still dribbling at me. And then we could do that for an extended period of time. We could go down the field so that he's having to do that for longer. Okay, so for our third exercise, what we're going to have is the athlete is going to do an acceleration-deceleration drill while dribbling the ball. So there's marked lines on this field, and so Chris, every time you hit a line, you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to start accelerating, and you're going to hit this blue line, and then once you hit that, you're going to decelerate to the yellow line, accelerate to the midline, and you're going to do that. There's 5 marked lines, so if you just do it down to that for your 10 reps for this one set. All right, when you're ready. Sport-specific exercise, what I'm going to have Chris do is he's going to start at the arch. I'm going to be standing here at the PK dot, and so as he's dribbling to me, I'm going to point one direction or another. Once he gets that point, he's going to have to make a lateral cut to whichever side that I point to, and then then once he makes that cut, he's taking a shot on goal, and we'll do that to